Hello! Good morning, guys. I'm so happy because the sun is absolutely shining today. I'm feeling in high spirits. I just did a dance class at Sydney Dance Company. I went for a really big walk. I have hot Pilates this afternoon, and then I'm gonna go have dinner with my dad and my brother. What a day. Honestly, being back home in Sydney has been so nice. I really was like dreading coming back here because I think I was really scared to sort of like sit still and be thrown back into my old life. Like I find myself always sort of like falling back into like old habits when I'm here. But I'm also not complaining because when I think back to like my old health and lifestyle habits in Sydney, it's always been pretty amazing. I'm like less stressed. I am on my phone less. I'm in nature more. Like I go to the beach a lot. I get to go swimming. I'm out in the sun a lot more. I don't know, like I'm more social. Moral of the story is I am really excited to be home. Today I thought we would do something a little different. How to develop a sense of style. I really want to chat to you guys about this because I just feel like with overconsumption, like there's always like a new and exciting trend every few weeks, and I just feel like the way people consume these days, it's just like kind of terrifying. So it's kind of gotten me to think about like whether or not personal style still exists, and if it still exists, like is it really a taste that you've developed through your own lens, or is it through what the internet is telling us? Rehash on my own personal style journey. I feel like when I was living in Sydney, my personal style was kind of like all over the place. The street style here is definitely like really homogenized. There's definitely like a uniform way of dressing, especially in like the eastern suburbs. Everyone kind of wears the same thing. I noticed that when I lived here, I kind of like rebelled against it, and I really wanted to dress different. I wanted to wear things that other people weren't wearing, which sort of made me buy a lot of pieces that just didn't suit my body. I would buy a lot of like crazy prints, colors. I would wear shapes that didn't necessarily suit me, but I was just like experimenting a lot, and I feel like it was really fun to be able to do that here. Not to mention the lifestyle, living really close to the beach. It just like kind of gave me this like ease and like casualness to the way I dress. And now that I've moved to New York, my style has definitely evolved so much. I think it's definitely matured. I've definitely simplified my closet because of the lack of space. Now living in New York, the way I dress is definitely like a lot more concise, because when you're like leaving your home to go out for the day, I feel like you're literally putting on armor because you just don't know what's gonna happen to you in the city. So I feel like every day when I dress, it's like so much more intentional, because I'm like, I need to wear like this type of shoe, I need to wear like this type of coat because it's minus 10 degrees outside, and I need a pair of shoes that's gonna get me from uptown to downtown to a meeting to a bar to my friend's birthday. Like you kind of have to really dress for the environment. I mean, my taste just has like grown, I guess, naturally with age, and also with more exposure to like the world and like living in New York, I guess. I feel like I'm kind of like at a stage in my life where I don't need like this sort of like external validation from other people to assure that I have good taste. Okay, the first thing that's gonna help you develop your personal style. You're gonna go into your closet and you are going to separate your wardrobe pieces, A and B. A, you are going to select all the pieces that you absolutely love. The pieces that you wear that make you feel your most you, the pieces that you wear that you always feel really, really comfortable and confident in. Put all those pieces in one side of the closet. And all the pieces that you just wear all the freaking time and know that you probably will never throw it out. Okay, side B is going to be the pieces that you're always like umming and ahhing about, that you're just like not too sure, but you've kind of bought on a whim. Pieces that don't really fit perfectly, that you said you were gonna go get tailored. Pieces that you've bought and thought that you would wear to like a special occasion, but just never had. That's what B. You're gonna look in your closet A, and this is something that I've been doing. Look in your closet A, and you're gonna figure out what that silhouette, what that color palette is, why those pieces are your favorite pieces. This is going to help you develop your sense of style, and it is going to inform you of what pieces you are most drawn to and make you feel the most comfortable. Number 2, develop your point of view. Something really exciting. I've actually teamed up with Carded, my first sponsored YouTube video. Thank you so much, Carded, for sponsoring this video. Carded is a wishlist shopping app that I've been collaborating with. It's also really helped me curate how I want my closet to be like in 2025. So when I say developing your point of view, this is gonna help you inform how you perceive the world, how you shop, how you want to dress, and how you want the world to perceive you. I feel like how I gained my personal style, it definitely came a lot from the music I listen to, the films I am most drawn to, the artists I love, the color palettes, whether it's from the runway or from art galleries, the costume design on one of my favorite movies, and also past eras. For me personally, I will and always be obsessed with the late 90s. That decade of fashion to me is my absolute favorite. A lot of those silhouettes really suit and flatter my body. So now when I dress and when I go shop, I am super drawn to 90s silhouettes. Cropped, fitted leather jackets, knee-length skirts in all different textures, a really clean-cut knee-length boot, turtlenecks, browns, neutrals, blacks, leathers, velvets, patent leather, Tom Ford Gucci, DKNY, 90s Miu Miu and Prada, of course, and Jumilusta. The list kind of goes on. But I've really figured out that sort of like era that I love, and I'm gonna stick to it. But it doesn't mean that you can't experiment with other eras either, because I then also am obsessed with the 60s. I love the 70s because a lot of my music references come from that era. And then I also love French cinema from the 70s. You know, Godard, Breathless. I'm obsessed with Audrey Hepburn in Funny Face, and I love, love, love all the costume design for that. Obsessed with the silhouettes, you know? And that's kind of where you like start to develop your POV. What you love, what you hate. How I like to start visualizing what my style is gonna be. I mood board. How I like to make my mood board is always pulling images, preferably not directly from a platform. I like to just do this from things that are like already in my mind, from books, from movies, from magazines. I feel like that's like the best way to pull references. And then after I've created my mood board, I then make wish lists. As you can see, my fall winter New York mood board, there is a lot of browns, there's a lot of blacks, there's a lot of like purpley, dark reds, and I really like the idea of playing with textures. These sort of like furry, oversized coats with a little skirt, the knee-high boots. This is all kind of a continuation of what my current style is. This mood will basically influence me through the way I dress, through sort of my living space, the feeling that I want to create for myself when I'm getting dressed, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna start a list together. This is the list that I'm creating from the mood board that I've just showed you guys. It's giving Tom Ford oversized brown tone sunglasses, like a black gray bootcut jean, leather skirt, an evening bag. So we're gonna go back to the wardrobe. What you're gonna do is you're gonna play dress up for the week. You're gonna style different outfits, and you're gonna do this with Closet B. You're gonna see what in Closet B that you haven't worn in such a long time, that you can like give it like a second life and see if you can style it with Closet A. What you're gonna do after that, you're gonna take note of things that you think are missing from your closet. Those are the things that you're gonna put on your wish list. So what I've got on my wish list is leather skirt. I still don't have a really good leather skirt, even though I wear them a lot for events. I know it's something that I definitely want. So in my Carded, I've basically saved all the different leather skirts that I really like the look of. And I'm gonna just like put every single one in there. Doesn't mean that I'm necessarily gonna buy them, but I just like to visually see them there. At the moment, like the last 2 years, I would say that I've really found an eyewear shape that really suits me, and I think this is just going to be the sunglass shape that I'm just going to wear for till the rest of time. And so I want some different variations because I only have them in black, and I kind of want like a lighter tone just so my entire outfit isn't all black. You know, I want something sort of like a lighter. I've also thrown in all the different sunglasses that I want in that particular shape, but in different shades of browns, greens, purples, etc. Next, what I think I'm also missing from my closet right now are just like good evening bags. I don't have any. I think the reason why I haven't invested in any like decent evening wear handbags is because when I get dressed for events, they always just send me a handbag. But then when it comes to like personal night outs, I never have like an evening bag. I end up always taking like my big like day handbag, which is just like absolutely silly. Or I just like take my phone and don't take a handbag at all. I think I want maybe like 2 really good evening wear handbags. So on my list, I've saved a few clutches and also kind of like small handle silk looking feminine bags. And it's basically as simple as that. My other wish list is my home wish list. So I feel like this also really helps with like manifesting, if that makes sense. I am manifesting that I move into a new apartment for 2025, and these are all the things on my wish list. Love, hate. Creating a love-hate list is gonna help you develop your point of view. I actually did this in acting class, and I think it was like very beneficial. I think it's like so important to have your own sense of what you really dislike and what you really love. Actually, I'm gonna use the word hate because it like has to be like a strong feeling in order for you to like figure out what it is that you want and don't want. A few things that I absolutely despise. The color green, hate. But like it's like this very specific green, I hate it. I do love khaki, dark forest greens, I like a teal, floral prints. Hate. I don't like the way it makes me look. I don't like the way it makes me feel. That's gonna be on my hate list. These are things that I definitely will not buy because when I buy them, I will most likely regret them. This one's like slightly controversial for me because I did wear this recently. But I hate a mohair knitted sweater. Like I hate the texture of it, yuck. And I also hate how it feels on my skin. Like I feel like every time I wear like a mohair, like cashmere sweater, like bits of it comes flying off, it goes in my eyes, it goes in my mouth. I hate it. Just wear like a normal cashmere sweater. Love. Do you know what I love? I love leather. I love buying secondhand leather. Another thing I love, suede. You guys know I fucking love suede. I love suede in every shade of color. You know what? And this is bold. I'll even wear the color I hate, which is green. I'll even wear a green suede jacket. That's how much I love suede. What else I love? Boots. I love knee-high boots, calf-high boot. I hate ankle boots though. I own 2 pair of ankle boots and I recently sold them because I just never wear them. I hate how they like make my legs look. Love a ballet flat. Absolutely love. I hate boxy handbags. Love shearling. I like the texture, I like the look of fur, but I don't buy real fur unless it's secondhand. This is also really controversial, but I used to be obsessed with Adidas sneakers and now I kind of hate them. I think I hate them because everyone just wears them now. Love a colored sock. Love a colored sock. It's my favorite thing ever. Every time I go to Paris, I go to the sock section of Galeries Lafayette and I go to town. What else do I hate? I hate Crocs. A lot of my friends have started wearing Crocs and they look good on them. I just don't know if I can succumb to wearing Crocs. Naked dresses. I hate fitted naked dresses that have sequins on them. You would never catch me wearing that. I do, however, like vintage pattern printed sheer dress. That's probably one of the only times I would wear a print. If it's a vintage print, that's like a little bit more obscure and you can't really put your hand on like what kind of print it is. I don't like any prints that are like super distinct. No, that's a hell no. That's going on to my hate list. I don't like mixed metal hardware on accessories. That's like a hard no for me. I love belts with hardware. Love. Actually, that's also on my wish list. I really want to find like really good vintage belts. I'm starting to collect vintage belts. That is also on my list. Carded. Let's put that on. I really love vintage Roberto Cavalli puffer jackets with like a fur trimming. I know that sounds very like over glamorized and stuff, but I don't know why. I really love that look. Do you know what I've been loving at the moment? Old exclusive Manolo Blahniks that you just cannot get anymore. Like the prints, the really like dainty pointy toe with like a little sling back. I want to add pumps. I'm really into pumps at the moment. I don't know whether it's because I'm just a woman now and I understand and appreciate pumps, because I never did when I was 21. I actually never understood that. I'm also heading to China in 2 weeks and I need earmuffs. Another thing I really want and don't have at the moment is just like a plain colored scarf. I mean, I just went through this stage where I bought like all these crazy colored Loewe scarves because I was like, oh, you know, because I never wear color, so it's nice to have a fucking fuchsia pink mohair scarf. Again, the mohair! Hate, it's gotta go. My Loewe mohair scarves, it would always end up in my eyes, it would always end up in my mouth. But I really want some classic, like just beautiful cashmere scarves and woolen scarves as well. I have a few on my list. Burberry does really nice ones, and also Ralph Lauren. Okay, let's talk about skincare. I'm back in Australia and these are some products that I wanna put in my cart for when I get back to New York, because my skin gets so dry in the New York winter. And I've discovered some really good Australian brands. SanSuticals, the oil is really nice. And then I really need like a thick, luxurious body butter, which I actually found the other day. Trunk, I didn't buy it yet though, because I want to wait until I'm home so I can like get everything shipped over there. They have a oil that helps get rid of like dark scars, which is what I really need. And they stock in Blue Mercury. Okay, we're adding that to my list. Thank you to Carded for making my shopping life easier, making things exciting again, making me really look forward to dressing for the New York winter. Thank you so much for watching this video.